Yo, man, what it is and what it ain't, man. It's your boy BL Ratchet, man, back again, man. We are Florida Podcast, presented by Mix One Essentials, man. And we got a special co-host.
What's up with you? It's Crazy Ace, the craziest co-host ever to be in Florida. Yes, sir.
Most definitely, man. We got special guests in the building.
What up, DJ Spinatik, Wax Wizard, Street Runnas represented, Tampa, Florida. What up?
Most definitely, man. I ain't gonna lie, my boy just say DJ Spinatik. If y'all heard that name, bro, y'all know who he is, you know what I'm saying? And, bro, I ain't never knew you was from Tampa. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, a lot of people, I hear that a lot. Like, you know, the Street Runnas brand, it seemed like it was really Atlanta-driven at the time. But if you look back, it was a lot of early Florida artists as well. And it's just got really popular in Atlanta first.
Facts.
So it's like it's spread out of there. But born and raised right here at 813.
Because, bro, before we even get to your backstory, that's how I kind of like got alert about you. Is like those Gucci mans and those, like, because a bit thought you was from up there. You know
everybody, even people from there, thought I was from there. So I get it.
Most definitely. So, bro, like, talk to me a little bit about your backstory, bro. You grew up in Tampa, like, born and raised?
Yeah, born and raised straight out of Tampa, Florida. You know, I wanted to DJ ever since I was 3. And, like, one time my parents took me to Miami, and I heard this is what made me want to DJ. I didn't want to yet, but I loved the music. So, like, 3 years old, in Miami, I heard the DJs blending and remixing the songs. I was like, Pops, what's going on here? And he explained, oh, the DJs manipulating the music. Boom, I heard DJ for the first time, and I was sold ever since then. So, but yeah, just the Florida, you know, Florida's always had its own sound from way back then.
For sure.
Like, you know, Tampa has a sound, Miami. So just cultivating all that, hearing it all, I was sold. I loved music.
So, like, you ain't do no music class or nothing like that growing up in school, anything?
I took piano later, like middle school years. And then, like, that's when I literally transitioned into DJing when I started high school. Okay. But other than that, there was no prior music or anything. Just my personal love for it.
Okay. Did you have, like, you know, other family members, like a big brother, you know what I'm saying, doing music at the time, or, you know?
Like, my dad was into music, but, like, when he was really playing in bands and stuff, it was a time gap from when I was born, so I wasn't around for that. So, I mean, I guess it's in my DNA naturally.
DNA, for sure.
But other than that, like, you know, I got myself into music. Like, you know, like, my family and stuff listening to it, etc. But other than that, it was a choice of my own. It was, like, nobody that influenced me around me.
Okay.
Well, at what point did you feel like, okay, I know this is gonna take me somewhere? Like, what age was when you was like, okay, I think I need to take this seriously because this can actually be, you know, my money maker for real?
I started, like I said, when I was 15, and by 16, I was DJing like a lot of the high school parties already, and at the time, I also worked at Publix, right? So let's say at Publix, around the time, I would make $110 a week. You know, that was pretty.
At Publix?
110 a week.
110 a week.
Damn, that's crazy. They doing a lot better now.
I would imagine. Yeah. So anyway, I would also DJ parties on the weekend, and I would clear anywhere from 200 to 500. So then there was one time they called me at Publix because I didn't go to work. I'm like, I'm gonna come. And I was like, I thought about the $100 paycheck, and I'm like, I made 400 in 3 hours. I was 16 when I came to that realization. I'm not working a normal job no more. So it's set on fairly early. And then, like, I had residencies in Ybor from 17. I mean, I don't even know if I could say that because legally you can't work in the clubs at that age. But like, me and my friend, shout out DJ Christian, DJ Explicit, we was in Ybor underage working in all the clubs. So I already knew from very early this is what I was going to do.
Yeah, shout out for them for giving you an opportunity, a chance.
Yeah, most definitely. Very grateful for that.
What's some of the DJs you grew up kind of like, you know what I'm saying, that inspired you know what I'm saying, what you got going on and everything?
One of the first to really capture my attention, oddly enough, now that I know, was DJ SJ1 on In Living Color. He was the DJ for it. Or SW1. It was Sean Wayne's portraying a DJ. But looking back now, he didn't have equipment in front of him or anything. But at the time, I didn't know. I just knew, oh, that's the DJ up there rocking. You know what I mean? So that was kind of one of my first inspirations. Yeah. But then, like, as far as going into hearing sound of what I like DJ did, Green Lantern, I heard a lot of his early mixtapes. He'd go crazy with the blending, the scratching, etc. And then DJ Drama, of course. Like, DJ Drama. I kind of modeled what I was doing with Street Runners a little behind what I seen he did. And, like, yeah, so those two DJs definitely, like Green Lantern and Drama, always looked up to both of them. And
speaking on Drama, bro, like, what you think about, like, the DJs not hosting as many mixtapes as back then? You know, the DJs used the ones that used to get you out there for real, for real.
No, facts. I look at it, though, the culture shifted. Because, like, of course, there was DJs making mixtapes. And then once it turned to streaming sites like Live Mixtapes, DatPiff, etc., the powers that be, the record labels, saw that, and that's when they created their streaming platforms, Spotify's, et cetera, et cetera. Those became more popular or even spawned after the fact. And now the artists, they removed the DJ. It's like we were the middleman to get you the live mixtapes in these platforms. Now they release straight on to Spotify.
Straight on to Spotify.
Yeah, and tell their fans, just go get it.
DatPiff was an era. Limewire was an era.
Yes, definitely was an era I was there for.
Oh, my God. Era. Like, bro, I mean, what site kind of, like, helped you the most? You know what I'm saying?
Live Mixtapes.
I was just about to say live mixtapes.
I was probably one of the first. Like, they had other DJs up there already, but one of the first to work hand in hand with them. So, like, they definitely helped build, you know, being front page, giving them the exclusive to my tape. But at the same time, you know, one hand wash the other. I'm giving them an exclusive. I had already made my brand have a little bit of notoriety. So it helped them too. So now, where you get the new Spinatik? I'm telling you, run the Live Mixtapes, and then vice versa on front page. So,
well, I got two questions real quick. Who made your tag and who made your cover art, bro?
Which tag?
The Spinatik one.
DJ Spinatik, you DJ, bastards. DJ Drama. That was him on that one.
Okay.
Cover art originally was Blaster Graphics. After I stopped using him, he fell off the face of the earth, and I started using Kid 8. The God, shout out the greatest graphic designer ever, and Skrilla. Those are the three I've used for my whole career. There's a couple of other ones, but those three were my go-to guys.
Yeah. And, bro, tags with DJ Tag, just like, okay, DJ Spinatik, you got Spin Really, you got DJ Drama, all these little different tags, bro, like, them used to be like the intro to the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and
how
they gonna say that when the song drop, he gonna say that too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
They don't do that no more.
They gonna say that too.
They don't do that no more. You got to find out by yourself.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nah, but removing the DJ from the culture is crazy because, like, aside from finding the new music to give it to y'all where you would not even know where to get it from, like, we're low-key telling you what's hot because we know just from being around. You know what I mean? So now you don't got to waste your time and everything. Yeah. We giving you just the goods, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. So, like, you worked in clubs.
Right.
How do you get the club rocking? You know what I'm saying? In 2024. Compared to back then.
To me, it's I use my same formulas from back then.
Okay.
I build the vibe. Like, a lot of people come to the club as soon as they walk and you ain't even had a drink yet. Play that new Boss Man D-Lo, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like, bro, let's get there. If I play all this now, by the time you drunk, what are we going to listen to? You know what I mean? So I'm going to curate the vibe, read the room. Of course, you want to touch the ladies first. You know what I'm saying? Play some good R&B, Ashanti, SWV, etc.
Okay.
Build the vibe, but then the fellas is in there too, so you still got to, you know.
Mix it in, throw it in.
Right. And if you know how to do that, it's effortless. And next thing you know, you had a couple of drinks in your system. You turned up to all the old stuff. So now when I hit you with the new one, it's a catastrophe in here.
Okay, I like that. At what point do you feel like, or how I rephrase this, when is the last time I got to a point where you was DJing yourself and you just caught yourself almost like you didn't even feel like you was DJing no more? you just felt like you was partying just with everybody else.
I mean, that happens a lot from building that vibe. Like I like to call it catching the Holy Ghost. There's not like the people around me will be like, yo, you went crazy. And it was almost like an out of body experience. Like I almost can't recall the night. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whether you just really catch that vibe. And if you're rocking with the crowd, they're rocking with you. It's like you feel immortal in that moment. At least me, I can't speak for no one else. Okay. And also, that's my passion for the music as well. Speaking, you know, so
yeah, I feel like being a DJ. A lot of people don't realize. I feel like being a DJ almost like being a D1 football player when it comes to the women and the popularity. Because I feel like when you a DJ, especially what you started, you know, early. So you 16, 17, you went earboard. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I know at that your pussy rate was.
Yes, like but I'm gonna tell you the reason I feel that. Like, I keep going back to the vibe thing. So imagine it's a girl on a dance floor, you playing songs she likes, she's looking at, and you're just creating that vibe from within. It literally almost feels like love. You know what I'm saying? You ever hear they be like, DJ made me fall in love on the dance floor? I've heard it a lot, so I know it's true. You can literally look them dead in their eyes.
They tell you, DJ, won't you play that girl
you can see them just start. I'm trying to tell you. They don't make music like that for no reason.
Nah, for sure. For sure. Okay. So, bro, you met a lot of famous people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of famous people. What's some of the people that you have DJed for?
That I have DJed for? Of course, shout out my brother Fat Joe.
For sure.
Ja Rule, Remy Ma, Ashanti, 50 Cent.
Okay.
Flow Rider, Bankroll Fresh. I'm going to have to write all these down. Trying to call it off the spot. I've never had no one ask me that.
That's a lot of people, though, already.
I could probably name at least 15 more.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not like, I don't want to sit here, don't have it confused, I was their DJ. But perform for them in shows, for sure. Those names I name, I have spun for them. Okay. Some people would tell you that, and they open for said artists. No, I performed with these artists.
Yeah, most definitely.
But there's plenty more. I just, off the top of the dome, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready.
For sure.
But let's go. So let's move forward.
What you think about these, you know what I'm saying, DJs on Instagram that call themselves a DJ who's never spun the record? Because there's a lot of people with names that just call themselves DJ.
Yeah, like a lot of the DJs who go viral, like, you know, they go on there, they dancing wherever they at playing the song, and it's like a cool little remix. They aren't even the ones who made those remixes. They will give the credit to who, but why are we allowing them to go viral? What are they doing? Do they just look nice standing in front of the expensive equipment? Because they're literally, like, a lot of times you'll hear, what are DJs even doing with the knobs? Those guys are literally doing nothing with the knobs. So I don't get it. Like, why are we, I don't know. But I definitely feel a way about it. I came from the vinyl era.
Yeah.
You know, carrying crates 70 pounds each, making multiple trips to the car, going up twirly ladders with one hand in the record crates and back down. End of the night, 16 years old, all that. You know what I mean? So now they could come with their iPhone and plug it in, and they can't do what I was doing back then. But you get what I'm saying. They're ready to rock just like that.
That's probably why the ones who do it like that won't be as successful. Not saying it like but it's just like almost kind of cheating yourself or cheating yourself in a way.
I mean, the way times are, it's hard to say.
The DJs are kind of disconnected from the rappers anyway right now. So.
Yeah, it's a weird time for that. It is a weird time for DJs. That's why a lot of them are trying to find their own avenues now like that. You know, so
that's why they are doing the certain things that they are doing, platforms and, you know.
And also, as I've matured in the game, I learned, I don't care what a DJ uses. If you doing your thing with that, salute.
For sure.
For sure, for sure.
Most definitely. So, Burr, what would you prefer? Arenas or clubs?
They're both different. They're very different settings. I've done them both so many. I would like the right intimate club setting over any.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's a lot easier to take control, and I'm going to take you exactly where I want to, opposed to that arena, you're dependent on everybody's energy. Yeah. Where you're still reading them all, but I'm more like, in that setting, you're more entertaining them. So when it's like an intimate setting like this, I can read everybody's energy and take you where I want to. You know what I mean?
Crowd control.
Like, right.
Yeah, good vibe.
Play records from left field and it'll work better because I'm controlling the room like that.
Okay.
So, bro, what's your relationship, you know what I'm saying, with the promoters in your city?
The promoters in Tampa?
Yeah.
Non-existent. I got a couple I'm cool with, but like for the most part,
it's nothing there.
I'm like, you know, this. Gotta shout out Rob Diesel because that's my brother. That's one of my favorite promoters because even before he was promoting, that was my brother. But other than that, like I got relationships with him, but it's not really like that with nobody.
Okay. Could you find love at the club?
The old me has definitely tried, but me now, I would never.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game to play that game nowadays.
Yes,
oh, nah, I would. Nah, it's not happening in this day and age.
Never want to play.
For sure. So, man, you just did the BET Awards.
Right.
How was that?
I don't know why they call it an award show and they didn't hand out any awards.
What you mean?
That's crazy for real.
It was just performances. They might have gave, I don't want to say it wrong, but like something along the lines of lifetime achievement or something like that. They did like one or two of those for somebody, but they didn't present awards. It was just performances for the most part. So it was a dope experience though, nonetheless, you know what I mean? So that was cool. It wasn't my first rodeo, but it was different than the last ones I've experienced.
Okay.
Do you still get that, I want to say that, almost that you probably don't show it, but like maybe the first time you went on a BET, you know, as a kid, that's like, we look at stuff like that, you know, a lot of us don't ever think we'll even go, ever see it in person, but to watch it on TV as a kid and actually be there, what was, you know, how did you feel like inside? Like, what was the little kid in you almost kind of like when to scream to your lungs or kind of just, because that's a big
like
achievement.
A fire burning inside. I can't, like from within out.
Yeah.
Like almost like a fever, but I didn't feel sick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know when you're feverish and you're like, it's like you're hot and cold.
Yeah.
I just felt hot from everywhere. And like, because the first time I did the awards, it was the BET Awards, not the Hip Hop Awards.
Okay.
So everybody from the bottom up was there. I'm talking front row walking out. I was like, you know what I mean? Okay. Like it was crazy, but I've done it so many times now in the different fashions. Yeah. But them first few times, just this fire from inside. Okay. But like you said, I feel like, you know, like attaching to being a child watching it, it's like you're on this side now. You know what I mean? Opposed to watching on the TV, I'm on the TV. Yes, so that was definitely wild.
And what you got to say for even, because it's kids that want to be DJs, and not even DJs, just they want to see what that side is like. What do you got to say for them kids that even have that mindset to feel like, or just that little bit of thinking like, man, I might not be able to make it, or it might be harder? Because we do look at things harder than what they are.
Everything is networking, your connections. So if you don't know how to network, you're not going to get very far. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, definitely. So the circle you keep and work harder than everybody. That is the easiest way to get noticed. You know, it's not be better than everyone. It's work harder. Being better than everyone, I mean, that's a dead giveaway.
That's a
But other than that, the easiest way to get noticed, work harder than everybody. Because now they see you all the time. It's almost undeniable. Yeah. They're gonna run into you, and now your reputation preceded you. You know, that's what you want.
Okay,
for sure.
For sure.
Do you listen to local music?
Yes and no. Okay. It's a real, like, crazy enough, I want to actually start a platform for that. You know what I mean? I've done it many times, though. And, like, using your own resources, the people you're giving these opportunities, they become real entitled. Like, I'm trying to help you, but what? You know what I mean? So that's a lot of times why I digress.
Yeah, entitlement is crazy.
Because if I'm here to help you and, like, I mean, not to say it, but someone's here and someone's here, you got to respect that almost. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's
and
a common thing
lot of
nowadays.
people, even just on the scene, they're like, "You're a DJ. I have new music you're supposed to play." No, that's not how it works. Yeah. It's just not. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, get my attention with the music. Let me see it. Let me hear it. Other than that, I'm not just going to look for it either. Like, I need to know you are willing to put in the work that would follow that. Because you could be a great talent, but now all the work's on me because you're lazy outside of just recording. I'm not going to do all the work for nobody.
For sure. Because, you know, it's some DJs that's still trying to put some mixtapes together and push them, and they actually, you know, doing good, like the Mustards and, you know, everybody else like that.
I actually want to tap back into the mixtape game, man. Like, you know, because I have a big platform, especially through mixtapes. Sure. You know, and I would love to help the younger people, but like I said, they got to understand, like, I don't owe you nothing.
Not at all. A lot of people feel like you already owe them something.
Yeah, so I just can't rock with that.
Yeah. Most definitely. So what's some of the Florida rappers that you know are vibing with?
I mean, Boss Man D-Lo, but let me explain why. Like, I tell my brother 100 all the time about artist delivery. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people now, they have a lot of the same production. It's just when they're delivering their bars, it's kind of lazy. But when Boss Man D-Lo tells you something,
he mean it.
Like, he's real persuasive. You believe it. You feel he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm Mr. Tool, Slippery nigga. Like, get out my. You know who I am? He sold you on that.
Yeah, for sure.
These other guys are like, I'm cool and I'm chilling here, and you can't rap for nothing, and nigga, neither can you. Like, what are you talking about? You feel me? But that's why I like Boss Man D-Lo. A lot of people be like, everyone sounds the same. Nah, his delivery, his confidence on the track. Like, you know what I mean? You got to take all that into consideration when you're selling persona, or you're selling a character at the end of the day. Rapper, DJ, whatever you are, entertainment. You know what I mean? Even actors, they're characters. You don't know who they really are off the camera. You have to sell that persona. So rappers, if you aren't convincing people through your bars, you know what I mean? Like, there was a point in time when people weren't real with what they were spitting, you getting canceled. Now we know the majority of people, what they're rapping, they're not living. So you better convince me with how you sound.
For sure.
Nowadays, you got random young niggas that's gonna check you just because they want to check you and see if you bought it. So now, back in the day, you probably could get away with it for so long, but now you got kids that's just ready to go viral off of seeing if you bought that life for real.
And we know some of the YNs is crash outs. We're not talking about y'all. You ain't got nothing to prove.
Yeah, we ain't talking about them crash shots. We ain't talking about them YNs.
Most definitely. but, bro, what's some advice that you can give to an up-and-coming DJ, bro? You know what I'm saying? That just jumping in the game, been in the game less than 9 months. You know, I mean, less than a year, 12 months.
Practice, 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 because DJing requires skill. Like, anybody who's got far without skill, they probably got a great mouthpiece, no Diddy. Like, other than that, you gotta work, practice a lot. And the great thing about practicing is it's almost like you can practice while you're working. You know what I mean? Like, if they can get a little BS job somewhere to like bring in, oh, they need a DJ. You're not making the most, but at least you get to practice and see how people are reacting to you. That's your main thing. If you can't get people to move, you need to go elsewhere. And I always tell any DJ, like in any of my homies especially, they know this too. If you can't make a room of 5 people move, you don't deserve to do no arena. Because literally, if I start playing music in here, within 5 minutes or so, we all going to be bobbing our head, vibing like, damn, where the drink at? If you can't do that, you shouldn't waste your time.
Question.
That's real.
So what's next for Spinatik?
You know, I'm trying to, like, I want to use my platform to help others, but I'm trying to exactly see how. You know what I mean? Outside of that, of course, I'm still touring, doing my DJ thing. I mean, the great thing about being a DJ, I feel, there's no age limit on it. There's no cap on it. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to all the, like, Kid Capri's been doing it forever. Shout out Kid Capri. Worked with him many times. Funk Flex. And these guys are legends. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like for them to fall off, it would be a personal choice. But, yeah.
For sure, for sure. So is there anything that you want to, you know what I'm saying, let your fans know before we get off here?
If y'all looking for new stuff from me, pay attention. We are real active for the rest of the year and forever on out. We going up. You know what it is, Street Runnas, bitch.
Most definitely, most definitely. And this the last question I got. How did you come up with the name Street Runnas?
I knew I wanted to create a mixtape at the time, and it was going to be Southern driven, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, this is the music that runs the streets. Like, a lot of people thought I was calling myself a street runner, but the music was what was running the street. Like,
so it's different from the
right.
The
I was letting y'all know
Rod.
this is what's gonna run the streets. Sir.
Yeah.
And I mean, most times you listen to my mixtape, it would be another 4 or 6 months, and you're like, oh, this shit is hot. That's really how my shit got hot.
Nah, that bit definitely hot though. I ain't gonna
Appreciate it.
You definitely had some of them tapes that nigga grew up listening to, bro.
Most definitely, I appreciate
sure.
that always.
And we definitely rocking with you at We Are Florida Podcast. Definitely appreciate you for coming.
We definitely rocking with We Are Florida Podcast. We appreciate y'all. Not for nothing, it's the first podcast I did. Real Florida boy shit.
Most definitely, man. Florida keep rocking, keep rolling, man. We Are Florida Podcast, tapping in and tapping out. Let's go.
Yes, sir.